Yeah, the state of buggy games. There, welcome back to part 3 almost of the state of session, or more or less should say the state of session is good and rather bad on the other side, which is called SkateXL. I've tried it just right before I made this video right here with Beats on my side, discussing a tiny bit, mostly me kinda talking. He's not the talking head, so it's mostly me probably. Yeah, and firstly I need a cigarette. Right. I've played it. We need some new mods and all that. The funny thing is that we need to turn down the volume and all. That my biggest problem with SkateXL nowadays is all the mods don't work. Something like the object dropper. I've got quite a few parks, really top parks on SkateXL that are built absolutely for nothing anymore. Didn't know you could actually save some builds of the game and re-download them and keep them whatever to play with older mods, such as the XL dropper, the object dropper. Yeah, it was it? Yeah, object dropper. It doesn't work. It's clunky. It's glitchy. Always have to set this up. It's like for the 20th time since I own this game. I don't know for how much it was for Beats, but like how many times did you have to install that crap and back it up and all?
Oh, a lot. Like, probably like 5 or 6 times.
Probably the course of half a year, right? Okay, to be fair, we didn't count the extra ones when he got a new SSD or new Windows because he wasn't entirely too comfortable with settings or whatever we did. So, and it's always, even though if I did it many times, it's always a chore to go through this. And why? Yes, because you always get something wrong or don't get the setting quite right anymore that you did done before. I mean, yes, it's hard here too, by the way, still using the custom one, it says, but you at least have all those. You have all those shit built right in. The game doesn't crash. It doesn't stutter a lot, only if you have like something like a 970 or possibly now a 980 as well, like a year ago or so, when they're just putting out this first version with the first couple of missions. That ran fine on the GTX 980, but nowadays now a 2060 or so is 1070 1080 you golden. But obviously I'm playing it on a 3070, so less problems there. Obviously, less problems there. Yeah. It's a problem, guys, with the state of SkateXL. Even though I'm not playing it, but you know, even Beats doesn't want to play it no more most of the time, because doing all this shit is throwing him off quite a bit. I think that's mostly what it is, right?
Yeah.
Like all this technical shit. Yeah, for real.
Like it takes forever to make good settings.
Yeah, and then you never get there, possibly.
Yeah.
Whereas on here, might be hard to not get it the way you like it to, like the way you have it. But at least you can tweak it and it works all the time 100%. I'm a tech guy, you guys know that. Build PCs for not a living but almost for quite some time. And yeah, since I'm 9-10 years old, so I can handle this shit, but it's still quite annoying when you just want to play, you know. You don't want to figure it out. Beats is not a technical guy, and he gets more annoyed by, almost more and less annoyed by it than me, probably, but because I hate that as well. I'm getting to an age or state of my life where I don't want to fiddle with all stuff that's so unnecessary that should be in the game to begin with. I mean, yes, the modders did a great job. It's not the modders that they're playing with, it's the developers that not making the modders, like, honoring them. They think they're like a bunch of piece of shit guys. I don't know what they're thinking about the modders. I think, I mean, without modders I would probably always only touch this game once to try it out. Probably most of you guys would have too, and then leave it. Like I did back then when it was poppy too much. It was like from 2019 build or 2018, yes, 2018, end of 2018. And then that was it. I came back in like 2020 or so, when there was actually a lot of stuff to do actually, right? There was a lot of stuff to be excited about. People made mods, it was pretty easy to install. The game didn't need as much resources and fucked around like it does now. And that made me actually entirely switch to Session. Not interested in that game no more. Probably Beats isn't either. He gets to Session pretty quick once we get him a copy. I'm so brokey right now, he's too, so 40 bucks for a game. Without the DLC parks, which I wanted to get as well, but it's kind of worth it to have it all inside, you know, all in there, and have a few challenges to master if he wants to, which is never a bad idea to have actually something to do. I mean, it's no multiplayer yet, so you're stuck in single player. That is the last major upgrade, aside from a, in my eyes, from like a heck of a lot more skate parks needed, more street spots, but they keep doing that forever basically, because it's an ongoing game as far as I know. They stuck to it, like what they said 2017, it will be an ongoing game. Yeah, they stick to the truth. It's slow, but slow development, but as you guys know, for the last part, it's hard to have devs making all this shit when there are only like 5 or 6 people or whatever. Maybe they have 20 now, so it's still quite small. So the effort they put in, whether you like the product or not, has been being honored, as I do with these guys from Session, SkateXL. Probably more than anyone else, since they gotta know the Unity engine well, they gotta know how to program, which is taking as a teenager probably takes good of a quarter of your life to learn how to program, about 4 or 5 years, depending what you do. To go in school and actually have that, and they make mods for it. I mean, this is crazy, man. But why not have the developers do it, or at least hire the mods, man, and give them like 10, 15, 20 grand for their work to put in their game. They can easily afford it. What do you think? Easy Day Studios can easily afford that, to pay a good ass developer, like the build parts for them. I would even Session, I have to talk to them, actually offer a few of my beats to put in their game or whatever. And maybe yours, if I can get in touch with them, which would be great. They could use them, they don't have to even give me cash for it. No, but to put in there, to have a few more soundtracks and like make the game a community-based greatness, but still in a way where you don't hurt anybody's experience by putting in shit that nobody wants, obviously. Ooh, I made it though, so. I love this part, even though it's just the same few lines. Forgive me about that, but damn, that part is nice though. And I gotta get into it freshly, because I never really did since like a year. Only for a little bit, and then I hopped on Skate XL again, and back and forth. Or didn't play it at all. Maybe some Skate again, Skate 1. Or Skate 2, for the time being. Till they fix the jankiness, which I kinda did, but maybe we are start to getting okay with that. To me, I like those jankiness more when the game actually works, you know? It's technically a better game than the technical aspect of it than Skate XL is. Period. The end. You can't disagree. This is not an opinion, man. It's technically a better game. And it even looks better. So, what do you want more, guys? To me, I mean, you do what you want, but to me, I probably switch to session if there's not a drastic change anymore with Skate XL. This would be the end. Not me playing it no more at all. What would Beats say?
Oh, what?
Oh, Skate XL situation. Do I have to get their foot on and make a drastic change, or they should put all this in my opinion, like all those, you see that all those gameplay stuff, board settings, front rack, wheel buy, they could all put this in.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope. If it was just in the game.
Hmm?
That'd be dope if that was just in the game. Without mods.
Yeah. That's what I think most of you guys demand, so that's, I think, not the newest information you got there, but like just share some of your of our thoughts. You can as well. I would be happy to engage with you guys. That's what YouTube is there for. Or initially was. Broadcast yourself, yeah. Now it's broadcasts ads, and if your ad blocker did actually work, you couldn't watch the video. Like all of those Linus Tech Tips goofball shit, you couldn't watch these if the ad blocker did work. It's all freaking ads. Ooh. I like how I still gong the rail and make my kickflip like chikang gong. What it is. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Need a new Sigi. Guys, share me your thoughts in the comments below, not above, not aside, not on the second monitor. It's right below. And look at that one. Okay. No, it's, to me it's Skate XL is kinda on its last legs. Sadly, because at some point I liked it even more than Session, because Session was way behind in its track. It got stuck, and then it got picked up, and it just feels like, at least because nobody else can say what they do with the game, it's just the developers, so they don't have a way to screw with it. So because there wouldn't be, that's probably why Creature Studios abandoned it, more or less. And only add some few minor shit to probably keep in being in business. I don't know what they do. Maybe they drink too much, which I do, of course, too. But of course, I think you all know that. But at least I wouldn't make a game out of it. At least I wouldn't do work when I'm drunk, so. This is only assumptions. What I think is that they abandon it since the modders will fix it anyways. Oh, what work did they gotta do? Oh, that's a issue. What work they gotta do? If we are the guys fixing their bullshit, so I will not support a guy that does that. Anyone. So that's why it is Creature Stories with Session. And come on, guys, it is not that janky to make it not playable. As it is with Skate XL. Have you started it yet? If you haven't played it for longer, man, there's a lot of shit that doesn't even work. Or I have a 1.226 or 60. What was it? Which version? I don't know. And didn't even found the right XL mod for it, and it's like, oh my god, guys. I mean, all kudos to you, but all those Discord channels and thousands of menus to find something that I mean, if we want to play, not spend time setting up the game. I mean, what the shit is that? We wanna rock the game and not, you know. But it's just Easy Day Studios. They're probably laughing their asses off, getting huge amounts of money, and Creature's actually working on some stuff. Because you can see it probably every update, you could see something. And they don't promote it as being like the biggest and ever release. They just say, yeah, it's a small update and pretty good dudes. They're acting more like your friends making a game for us than real developers, like the usual devs being super serious and stuff. They don't do this crap, while being still somewhat authentic and realistic about expectations of each of them and what the gamers actually want. I mean, they can't provide me a fully fledged out Skate 3 kind of skate park editor. That will take another few years, but the most important that they got their shit right. I mean, that's still embarrassing that getting off the board and getting on, having no fucking animation, and this is still something I say, Creature. You gotta have that first before you should be even able to do a kickflip in the game, engine-wise. But at least the core gameplay works. It's not as buggy as to if something goes wrong, it is your fault. Mostly like with Tony Hawk, even though that engine is still working better. But you know. Beats is quiet as hell, as always. I just kind of slid him into this video. So.
You kidnapped me.
Huh?
You kidnapped me.
Yeah, for sure. Next time I kidnap you, you would be in a different skate game.
Oh shit.
In Seshi. It's actually more accomplishment to land a trick there than it ever was in Skate XL, to be totally honest with you. It felt more great than in Skate XL because everything looks so entirely easy. And it is easy. No matter how it looks, but they actually call it a sim and it more or less is a sim. Which Skate XL isn't. Never was. It was sim-like. But with a good flow in Session, you can make things look extraordinarily good. To the point where it doesn't look like a game anymore. So said, and you would always see more of a slight facade on that looks like where you can spot it is a game than on Skate XL than you can on Session. Part of that might be also better because of the graphics as a whole. I mean, this is modern graphics. Probably ray tracing thing, I don't know. Although I'm using a RTX card here to play this, but Probably get that too before SkateXL could ever reach that level, I think. So, but as it is now, it looks awesome. Can't complain about the graphics at all. That's the last thing I would have my concerns about. They nailed this. It's Unreal Engine. But for that, it's super smooth. It doesn't crash, it doesn't stutter really. It's, yeah. You look at this and go, this must be better than SkateXL. In a few ways this is. In a few ways this is. Sure. But at the other way around, you can't make a kickflip 1,000 ways, where you can't do it in session. In SkateXL. Yeah, I always get the name right. That's because they're similar, more similar than you might think. Yeah. But the feel once you're on board and on a line in session is a different one than in SkateXL. It's a more watch out or be careful kind of think it through. See, damn. Then SkateXL, you just go and skate, don't care. With this one, you must care, as you do in real life. And if you have a bad day, you skate terrible. You skate really as the way you think like. Since the game doesn't have terrible fails anymore, it's mostly on you. And I know it sucked too. Mostly. Like when it was still in beta and stuff, the version didn't come out yet, I was quite a bit better than, yeah, I totally nailed this game. In one of my first live streams about this game ever, when it was actually worse than SkateXL. Like at one time they both even out. That's what I hoped at least. But it seems like, yeah, Session took the play. At least works, and what I like to do instead of being super hard to do it works if you do it correctly. So, oh well. In that sense, guys, was nice. Hopefully you had a blast. You wanna add this? Wanna add something, Beats, to the end of this video?
Thanks for watching.
See you next time.